The African savanna is a wild stage that plays host to high-octane action, complex family drama, tear-jerking tragedy, and even the odd comedic moment. However, despite the environment's endless cast, very few actors exemplify this stellar range quite like the star of today's video, the spotted hyena. A unique and often misunderstood creature, the hyena is perhaps the epitome of the survival at all costs mentality demanded by this unforgiving environment. A cunning scavenger, an underrated hunter, and an eternal nemesis to Africa's biggest predators, just how does the spotted hyena do it? Well, let's take a look. Background. The spotted hyena, whose scientific name is Crocuta crocuta, is the largest member of the Hyenidae family, which also includes the aardwolf, the striped hyena, and the ultra-elusive brown hyena. It is the only remaining species under the Crocuta genus, with the cave hyena, or Crocuta crocuta spelaea, having gone extinct during the late Pleistocene. The spotted hyena is in no danger of going extinct anytime soon though, with estimates suggesting there are up to 50,000 individuals in the wild. This places them squarely in the least concerned category of animal conservation. Heck, some people would argue that there are too many hyenas running around, as they are a fairly constant bane to farmers and their livestock. The hyena is also a prominent fixture in many African cultures, where they are described as spiritual embodiments or omens. They are heavily associated with witchcraft and dark arts, accused of helping witches torment villages, raid graveyards, and countless other witchy errands. Pop culture has also been unkind to them. From their antagonistic role in Disney's Lion King films to the often biased perspectives they are observed from in nature documentaries. Their scavenging tendencies, brutal killing of prey, and iconic cackling have seen them cast as the villainous jokers of the savannah. In fact, the cackling has also earned them the name Laughing Hyena. In reality, like any animal in the circle of life, hyenas are just playing the survival game with the tools nature afforded them. Feeding, finding water, establishing and defending territory, reproducing, and rearing young are just part of what being a hyena is all about. Physiology. The spotted hyena is the third largest mammalian predator in Africa, behind lions and leopards. Unlike most mammals, the females are bigger than the boys and can range between 85 to 141 pounds, though some gals have been recorded at nearly 180 pounds. Males usually max out at just over 120 pounds. They have shoulder heights of 27 to 36 inches and nose to tail lengths of 35 to 66 inches. Again, females generally occupy the upper ends of these ranges. They sport a grayish-brown coat, which features dark brown or black spots. Coloration and spot patterns vary from individual to individual. The fur is short and lacks the pronounced manes found on other hyenids. Another of the spotted hyena's defining characteristics is its sloping posture. The front legs are longer and support a pronounced neck and large head, while the rear legs are shorter and support a rounded rump and a relatively short tail. This seemingly imperfect posture helps hyenas evade enemies who would try to grab them from behind. Facial, hyenas resemble dogs and bears, with a pronounced black snout that leads to a wet nose and a mouth featuring classic carnivore dentition. They also have forward-facing eyes and rounded ears. Hyenas walk on four-toed paws, with robust and non-retractable claws that aid in maintaining grip when running. Despite their dog-like appearance and characteristics, hyenas are more closely related to the cat and weasel families. Though, like dogs, they lack key feline and weasel traits like tree climbing and dexterous use of claws when hunting or fighting. Another interesting trait is the hyena's heart, which is extraordinarily large for its size. This large heart is a key factor behind another of this animal's famed superpowers, endurance. In fact, the weight of the heart may be up to 1% of the animal's entire body weight. However, if the spotted hyena is famous for one thing, it has to be its incredible jaw power. Its jaws have chunky premolar teeth that are specifically engineered to crack bone, a rare trait in all of carnivora. The top of the animal's skull, known as the sagittal crest, is also highly pronounced to support the hyena's tremendous jaw muscles. These adaptations give the spotted hyena an incredible bite force of over 1,100 pounds per square inch, which is greater than lions, Bengal tigers, and even grizzly bears. Even more peculiar is the anatomy of female hyenas, who have genitalia that resembles a penis. This pseudophallus even has a false scrotum and testes alongside it, and these features continue to confound biologists. For a long time, this feature even had scientists believing that these animals were hermaphroditic. This pseudophallus is used for both urination and reproduction. That's right, female hyenas mate and give birth via this false penis, an unimaginably excruciating ordeal. Both males and females have anal glands that produce a creamy, foul-smelling secretion for marking territory. This pasty goo is applied onto bushes, trees, and stalks of grass as a warning to rival clans. While the hyena's biomechanics are mind-boggling, its biochemistry isn't far behind. For starters, they have incredibly acidic stomachs. Herbivores like zebra and buffalo generally have gut pH values in the 4 to 6 range. The hyena's direct competitors like lions and cheetahs have values between 3.5 and 4. However, with a gut pH of under 2, hyenas are more like snakes and crocodiles who can digest every bit of the animals eat. This high acid concentration also enables hyenas to get away with eating rotten meat that would pose risks to many other predators. And speaking of health, the hyena is blessed with one of the most resilient immune systems in nature. They rarely ever get sick and are always getting crude vaccinations from eating rotting flesh and socializing with other bacteria-toting hyenas. When hyenas play, fight, and groom each other, they update each other's immune systems to become hardened to potential infections. Hyenas have also been documented to be resistant to wound infections and even snake venom. Studies in the wild have found them to have antibodies for diseases like brucellosis, canine herpes, feline calicivirus, and even rabies. Habitat. The spotted hyena is Africa's most common large land predator, a nod to its adaptability and hardiness. They are found in protected lands and conservation parks all over East, Central, and Southern Africa. Hyenas live in savannas, open woodlands, sparse mountain forests, and semi-deserts near seasonal water bodies. Large packs are extremely rare in deserts, but the odd individual may be seen. In fact, you're more likely to find brown or striped hyenas in the Namib or Kalahari deserts. You'd also be lucky to find them in dense tropical rainforests, mainly because they prey on animals that prefer open grassland. However, savannas are teeming with them, with population densities of nearly 2 hyenas per square kilometer. Hyenas generally live and sleep in the open outdoors, finding shade when the heat gets too much. However, mothers with young will seek out burrows that can limit their cubs' exposure to predation. Social dynamics. Hyenas are highly social animals and are arguably the most socially complex carnivores on the planet bar killer whales. The intricacies of hyena politics are even more fascinating than those of lion prides and wolf packs. Hyena packs, also known as clans or cackles, are matriarchal hierarchies. The leader of the clan is usually the oldest, biggest, and most aggressive female member of the clan. This female must constantly knock back challenges to her throne, a position that affords her the choice cuts of meat during meals as well as the pick of the best mates. The role of matriarch also gives a female hyena's cubs a leg up in this hyper-competitive environment. The second rung in the power ladder belongs to the matriarch's cubs and grown offspring who have managed to stave off challenges to their own spots, no pun intended. The rest of the hierarchy is made up of beta females and their young. These beta females are ranked by age, longevity in the clan, and prowess in deterring challenges. Complicating things further is the fact that cubs from the same litter also fight amongst themselves for dominance within the clan. These sibling rivalries are often fatal, with male cubs usually on the receiving end of their power-hungry sisters. Adults also get involved, with females murdering each other's young to weaken rivals before or during a challenge. For human onlookers, this may seem rather messy and chaotic, and it is. However, these brutalities are an essential part of streamlining a clan and ensuring that the strongest, hardest, and craftiest individuals grow and survive to pass on their genes. At the basement level of hyena society are the males. Smaller and more raggedy than females, males are wholly subservient and only draw breath at the mercy of the ladies. These males are ranked by strength and longevity in the clan. These boys generally last and get the worst of every kill, if they get anything at all. To prevent incest, male cubs that manage to survive the bloody burrows are kicked out before they reach sexual maturity. Even the matriarch's male cubs have to endure the tough life of finding a new clan, another dangerous proposition. If a male's application to join a new clan is rejected, he may be chased and killed. Despite the bloody nature of their own social dynamics, most hyenas want to belong to a clan because there is power in numbers. Facing the African wilderness alone is a mean feat that is tantamount to flirting with death. Diet. Hyenas are the furthest thing from fussy eaters. They are both formidable hunters and effective waste disposal systems. Alone, hyenas tackle small antelope, rodents, birds, or even fish. They will also raid human settlements for livestock and pets. Human predation is very rare. As a clan, they can take on game like buffalo, zebra, wildebeest, and large antelopes like impala, kudu, and eland. They generally avoid hunting fit and able-bodied megafauna like elephants, giraffes, and rhinos, but will scavenge their corpses. Hyenas also won't hesitate to prey on other predators, especially when vulnerable through illness, age, or starvation. They are the main threat to lion cubs behind new pride males and will eat every bit of little Simba. Hyenas' bone-crunching jaws also give them access to nutritious bone marrow that animals like lions and leopards can't reach. A hyena can crack a zebra's leg bone as easily as a human snaps a chicken bone. Rivals. Everyone in the wild hates hyenas, including hyenas. However, their main nemesis is undoubtedly the lion. The level of hate between these two predators is unmatched in nature, and both sides suffer horrific casualties. Male lions, in particular, love hunting hyenas for sport and will raid hyena territory to butcher cubs and their babysitters, leaving corpses as an ominous message. In return, hyenas will try to target isolated lions using overwhelming numbers to deliver death from 1,000 bites. Another notable hyena rival is leopards, who also love killing hyena cubs and stealing their kills using stealth. A leopard will stash hyena kills in a tree and eat leisurely while they watch on the ground. Cheetahs are also victims of hyena raids, particularly on their kills and cubs. When it comes to scavenging long-dead meat, hyenas often bump heads with pesky white-backed vultures and black-backed jackals. Conclusion. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching to the end, and we hope you'll like and share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and ding that bell icon to keep up with more amazing animal content. Bye-bye.